Well, how's it going, everyone, today? Today, we're making 3 different daisies out of 2 different blanks. Let's get started. Man, it feels really good to be back in the blacksmith shop making another video. This is a relatively new product for me. I've only been making these since this summer. I have a blacksmithing friend who asked if I could make some. I actually had to find my own template. And, luckily, I just found something online, and then I had a local weld shop laser me out a whole sheet of them. So, but yeah, they just come in these blanks. These are a little rough. Need a new tip on their laser, I suppose. But just real simple. It's only 2 pedals, which is nice because you can either do them as a double pedal, a single large pedal, or a small pedal, or single pedal. So it's a pretty versatile thing to do. You can either make 2 or just 1 out of a set of blanks. Unlike my roses, I have a previous video on making roses, and I think I also have a live making roses that if anyone's interested, go back and watch that. I might put a link in the description into it. It's really simple to make. It's really just texturing and then making the stem and then welding them together. They're pretty easy to make. Other than they're great for a beginner. Other than like you need a welder or to make them. I don't have a good idea of how you could keep these from sliding around or falling off the back without one. So, that's kind of the only drawback to a beginner trying these out. I suppose let's get into texturing. Okay, so starting off with, I'm just going to start off with my small pedal first. I like to do, so unlike my rose pedals, I like to texture my daisy pedals hot, considering I do a round ball or a ball peen texture to my daisies as compared to my roses. I use a cross peen. So I just think that ball peen texturing takes a little bit better to metal when it gets hot. So that's just kind of why I do that. Just heating it up, and then we'll head over. Alright, so that's pretty simple. These small ones go quick. It is a tad tedious with just how thin this metal is, so it does cool off quick, especially on this cold day. So I really am only getting 2 at a time and to do, but that's just kind of how it looks. Alright, another 2 done. Another reason, hopefully the camera kind of picks it up, but another reason why I use my ball peen is you can hopefully see that it also curls up the petals a little bit, so it kind of gives it a 3-dimensional shape. So that's just kind of what the end goal is. So it's just kind of cutting out a step. Alright, just kind of gotta go back through and take a little peek. Just make sure there's no blatant bare spots, really. And then we can call this small one done. Problem with these daisies is you gotta really get in close here, because you're gonna see most of this, other than right around the hole. Well, you will see most of the petals, so any kind of really bald spot can stand out, I should say. But this is the small one done, so I'm gonna go over and work on the big one now. It's pretty much the same process. Well, it's the exact same process, but yeah, so we're just gonna work on that next. Alright. We'll probably just buzz through this one, and since you guys already know the process, and we'll meet back when we get done. Alrighty, so we got the second one done. Now I'm just gonna since I've shown you both petals already, the second set for the large single petal and the small single petal, I'll just do quick off camera. You guys don't need to sit through that. And so yeah, I guess we'll just meet back when I get those done. Okay, so there is a step that I did kind of forget about. So when I was talking about how ball peening will get the petals to curl, we do want that, but we also want to tip the very edges of our petals back, just to try and get it a little bit more three-dimensional look. So I'll just show you this one real quick. I think it'll be easier to see on a big one than a small one anyways. And then we'll just I'll just breeze right through the rest, and we'll get working on the stems. So that's just what I'll do next. You do need a block of wood for this to try and save the texture. And it's pretty simple. It's just put a little bend on it. About like that. Hopefully you can see that. That's oops, wrong side. Should be back up. And you can be as aggressive as you want with how much you want to bend back. I just like to put just a little bit of a bend, not too big of a one. You will have to try and straighten these out just a tad. Kind of lucking out doing these cold also. Alrighty, there we go. Yeah, so that just gives it a nice three-dimensional look. So I'm just going to do the rest of them real quick, and then we'll get back onto the stems. Okay, so the stems are pretty simple for these. I have just a 1/4 inch round rod, about 15 inches. So the really the hardest part of this is we're going to upset one end of it to kind of create a stop. It'll almost be like a nail head, but you want them roughly nickel to 1/4 sized, about that size. If you look at a real daisy, they have a real pronounced, I don't even know what you call it. Just the inside of the flower where all the petals connect. It just has a real pronounced, it's where the yellow part of the daisy is, and then you have the white petals. I'm no flower guy, I just forge them, so well, that's as best of a description as you're going to get from me. But yeah, we're just kind of making that, and you can put your own design on it. I don't. I usually just leave them with my hammered texture from making them. But you could make like a punch and punch out designs, or you could even put someone's initials in there if you wanted. And, it's just kind of make it your own kind of thing. But yeah, so first off, we're going to make our head over in the vise, and then we will go back through and texture this. So we'll give the stem some life, and then it's assembling, so that'll be pretty easy. But we'll go ahead and heat this up. Okay, to start off with, you don't want to have a lot sticking out of the vise. This is a little much. That way, you don't want to get it all cockeyed or anything. And so, just got to be careful. But it's just hitting it down with a ball peen hammer, trying to get that nice nail head shape. So, see, I got a little cockeyed a little bit. That's easy enough to fix in the vise. Okay, so, yeah, we'll heat this back up and hit it some more. And I do find that turning it 90 degrees from where you last hit helps. It makes it so you're not creating such a too big of a shelf in the metal. Oh, and you see I got a good split going. We got a long ways to go, so I might be able to get it big enough and then grind that out. But yeah, that's something to watch out for. Or usually it's got something to do with, some issue in the metal. So we're about at nickel size now. I really need to work right in here where I got that cracking at. So I got enough material where I could just grind around that. So we'll have to keep trying to work it this way. That's looking better. I'll be able to clean that edge up now. So I think about one more heat will do it. We're just about to the size I'm looking for. Turn out just a touch. Alrighty, I think that's about what size we're looking for. I'll be able to clean that up with my grinder quick. But yeah, I'm going to do the other three, or the other two I should say, so I can let this one cool down. being that it's winter, I don't have a water bucket that I can just cool this off so I can do my texturing. So I'll just work on the other two, and then we will meet back when it's time to texture. Okay, so texturing is pretty straightforward. It's exactly the same as I do my roses. Just take a ball peen hammer and we're just kind of going along. And marking it up. Give it a little bit, you know, I don't know what to call it. Barky texture almost. That don't sound right. Just trying to mark it up and give it so it's not just a straight rod. I'm in the light. And you do want to do this up close to, because we will tweak these at the end. Kind of give it a little bit of an angle. That way it looks better. And if it picks up a little bit of bend in the stem, that's okay. Just gives a little bit of life. You actually kind of want that just a little bit, not too much. Just kind of gives it a different shape. That way it's just not a straight rod. I'm actually going to go in real quick and just give it a little nudge. That way it's just got a nice arc. So that's pretty much texturing. I'm going to do the other two real quick, and then we'll be off to putting them together. Okay, and the next step's pretty simple. It's just sliding them out onto the rod, really. There is something you need to watch out for is sometimes your nail head will just sit up a little bit. Just throw that in your vise and tap down on it. You don't have it so tight to where it's gripping your rod. Just enough to where it's keeping the pedal from moving too much, and then just hammer down on it. The pedal will move to fit around on the nail head. So, yeah. See, like how this one needs to sit down just a little bit. And when you do that, don't use the flat, use the peen side of the hammer. That way it doesn't mess up your texturing any. So, yeah, and then after we put them on, I'm just going to weld them up. I haven't thought of another good way to do it other than welding. You know, like if someone was to do this without a welder, you could maybe do like a hot collar or something, but let's see here, this one. No, these down too. Or something like that, or there might be a way to upset this back side here. I'm just not real sure. So, yeah, that's just kind of why I weld them. I got a welder at my shop, so that's just the easiest thing to do. So, we'll just go through and tack these, and we'll put our last little tweaks to it. Got them all finished. I think they turned out really nice. You know, these are just something really nice and simple to make. Especially when you have two pedals and you can make 3 designs with them. It's a really nice versatile old piece, let's say. So really simple to make. I can punch a bunch of these out really fast. But yeah, I'm gonna go home and season these up. These look really great seasoned. Just gives them a nice gloss and shine to them, so they really do pop after getting seasoned. And oh, I guess I forgot to show you. So I put just a little 15-20 degree bend in them. That way, so if anyone like sticks them in the ground or in a vase, they're not just sticking straight up in the air. They got a little bit of an angle to them, so it's kind of facing towards you and not just facing the ceiling. But yeah, I suppose we will see you all next time. I'm not sure what my next video will be, but it will be another blacksmithing video. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.